That's Bill.
That's Will.
Like, comment, and subscribe below. Share with your friends. Well, today we're going to talk about
Logos.
logos, man. We got the Virginia Cavaliers, and we're going to talk. The University of Virginia wants to remove the logo from their helmets and change it up. And also, we're going to talk about the Redskins. Someone gave my Gibson, my man over here, Gibson, a run around the
Yeah, he took me
track.
to school.
Took
yeah,
him to school.
Took
So
me
we're
to
gonna talk
school,
about
yeah.
that, Gibson. How you feel about changing logos? Because you don't like to bring down statues, but we know you want to.
I don't think we should forget our history, but in this particular case, the logo, yeah, we can get rid of the logo. Go to something that's more progressive, more inclusive, less divisive.
And
yeah.
And you didn't think about it. You didn't think this 2 days ago, did you? You didn't think we should change logos, huh? Who changed your mind?
You know, I called the Joe Madison show.
Joe Madison.
Joe Madison, XM Radio, Sirius Radio, channel 126. I'm going to give him a shout out. And yeah, I called and I talked to him about the Redskins changing the name of the Redskins to something else. At the beginning, I didn't think that it was a big deal. Leave it alone, watch the Redskins. But what he took me to school on, he told me, he said, I'm going to take you to school.
Put you on the bus.
He put me on the bus. I didn't have to call my parents. He put me on the bus. So he said, I'm going to make a long story short. The Redskins is not a term that Indians would call themselves. Redskins is a name that white America gave to the Indian.
Like the N-word.
Like the N-word. They gave that to us. Now, in the Indian community, they never accepted that. But in the black community, we embraced it.
We embrace everything.
We embraced it, took it as our own, started using it. But the Indian people never accepted that word.
So you telling me that the Indian people don't go around calling each other, "What's up, Redskin"?
No, they don't do that. So it's offensive to them.
Okay.
So at first, I thought it was okay, but after Joe Madison took me to school, I realized it's not okay. So it's just like if they was calling them Washington Ends.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole bunch of ends on that team.
Yeah, so I mean, we're not going to go for that, you know. So the Indians didn't go for it, but because they have a small voice,
yeah,
the Redskins just took it anyway and just ran with it. But now they want to look at, well, the people want to revisit the idea of changing the name of the Redskins, but Dan Snyder said, no, we're not going to change it.
It's been like that for a long time. They want to change that name of the Redskins, and Dan Snyder didn't want to.
Ain't Your Mama.
Ain't Your Mama, yeah, they trying to change that. I like Ain't Your Mama.
Now, see, here's my thing about it. And this is the same problem I had with the Redskins. When I say Washington Redskins, I'm not thinking about it in a negative light. Mm-hmm. I'm not thinking about it like I'm insulting you or rubbing it in your face to humiliate you. It's been the Washington Redskins my whole life. I was born, it was the Washington Redskins. When I die, it might still be the Washington Redskins. And I don't mean it in a negative way. Ain't Your Mama, it's a lady that was a slave.
Oh, she was slave.
And you know, so they used that image of her. I forgot her real name. But anyway, they used that image of her for Ain't Your Mama syrup. Now, me personally, I mean, we got to get something.
It's popular.
We didn't get the recognition for the cotton gin. We didn't get the recognition, you know, for heart surgery. So give us some syrup, man.
Pancake mix.
Yeah.
What about the
But I mean, it don't offend me, but maybe it offends some other people. But it's been that way for 120 years. And when I go to the store, I see her, I'm gonna get her.
Every time.
I don't even have to look for the name. I see her. Oh, there it is.
Every time.
It's to me is recognition, face recognition,
Mm-hmm.
brand recognition.
Brand
you know,
recognition. Yeah.
Kleenex is not tissue. Kleenex is the name of the company. But when we say Kleenex, whatever we see up there, all that's Kleenex. But that's not true. Kleenex is the name of the company that makes these tissues. Mm-hmm. Clorox. Go to the store, get some Clorox. Clorox is not that stuff in the bottle. Clorox is the name of the company. But the brand name is so strong, man. It just take over everything.
I definitely understand that, and I guess it's us doing our history when we're buying stuff and spending our money on things. Like the Virginia Cavaliers, they want to change their logo also. I look at their logo. I don't know if it's offensive. I guess it has something to do with the South back in the day, Civil War, those times. A lot of things are being changed. I've definitely looked into historical facts, like you were saying, and looked into your point, how by changing just the name of something, it's not going to change the history of it. But just like you said, though, maybe for someone that's 1 years old or something like that, that's growing up and it's always been that name of it, when they grow up, they won't think of it as Robert E. Lee being somebody as that would win against the South and the North type of deal. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I guess they want to do it for their kids, so they don't have to worry about growing up like that. But if it's divisive, it divides people. I think you should change it. It's just a name at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So, hey, if you're gonna change it, you might as well start now. They're changing everything. So, and Jamima, I don't know what they're gonna call it now, but whatever it is, don't change the product, buddy, because you gotta work a miracle right there.
I like it. Love it.
That's Bill. I'm Will. Like, comment, subscribe. Virginia Cavaliers. They didn't recruit me.